Joe Askren here with drjoebrews.com. We are at Barriehaus Beer Co. in Ybor for our next neural download. Although one of the newer breweries in the Tampa area, they've hit the scene with world-class success. Barriehaus is co-owned and co-founded by Brittany Barry, Jim Barry, and June Bailey. Right out of the gate, they earned World Beer Cup gold medals in 2022 and 24. They've also won a boatload of other Best Florida beer medals. Jim's brewing heritage dates back 150 years to his great-great-great-grandfather, Philip Kling, who immigrated from Germany into the U.S. and opened his brewery in 1863. Barriehaus continues to carry the perfection of world-class lagers. This is a must-visit hospitality experience. There's also now a second location in Trinity. Let's go meet Jim.
Hey, how we doing? Joe Askren here. I'm with Jim Barry from Barriehaus Beer Co. Man, our students come in here every semester, but today I'm here with Jim. He's let me come in here. They're making a lager beer. We're going to capture some great footage. What are we doing today, Jim?
It's great. We're going to capture the tail end of the lauter. We're going to go through the boil, do the whirlpool, and go through the knockout.
Excellent. Thanks so much. So he's going to make me smarter. Hopefully when you watch this, you'll be smarter too. Thanks, Jim. Awesome. Let's get into it.
So I joined Jim here at the end of the mashing phase on their Munich-style Helles. Just an amazing beer. It reminds me of the mind-blowing Helles I had in Munich last summer. It really does. They were lautering into the boil kettle when I walked in, and then their next step was a 60-minute hop addition when the wort came to a boil.
And this is our Munich Helles. We do a single decoction on this brew and let it roll.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what size system is this?
It's a 10 barrel.
It's a 10 barrel.
2 vessel.
2 vessel.
Yeah.
And you were telling me something you do that's really unique. Well, maybe not unique, but just you do it so you can get more volume into the fermenter. You dilute it from boil into the fermenter.
Yep. And so our kettle is a little small for our size, so we stick to a standard pre-boil 357 gallons every time, and we know we're going to overshoot that, so we actually dilute in the whirlpool so we can maximize the wort going into the fermenter every time.
Right on. That's fantastic. And you were telling me this before, it's a pretty important calculation as far as how much more water you have to add into that.
We'll pull at 50 minutes left in the boil, we'll pull a sample directly from the kettle.
Okay.
And then we'll calculate the dilution water we need.
Right on.
And also, I forgot to mention this to you, that we'll check the pH at that point, and we want to shoot between 5.1 and 5.2 for our knockout pH. So that also gives us the opportunity to know where that is, so we can add the correct amount of acid at knockout.
Fantastic.
Let's go check.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
So yeah, we're almost there now.
Wow, that's just full. I definitely see what you mean. Yeah, it's definitely, you get it to the very top there. That's beautiful, man. And you're still sparging over here a little bit?
Still sparging, yep.
Right on. And what's your water setup? Do you have a hot liquor and cold liquor that you're sort of bringing together and hitting a temp?
Yeah, so our hot liquor tank's over here, and then it's piped over to our blending assembly. That's what this is.
Gotcha.
So when we're mashing in, we can blend hot water.
Beautiful.
And our cold water pipe, which that tank is right over there. And that's how we hit our exact initial mashing temp.
Right on. So you can nail that strike temp and then hit that final mash temp you're trying to get right on.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, so what was the mash temp on this, on Helles?
So this is so in our decoction process, we do a quick protein rest. So we mashed in at 133. Okay. And then I transferred over grain with our diaphragm pump, which is that pump over there.
Got it.
And then used the decoction to bring up the temp to 152 degrees once we went through the steps and boiled this for 20 minutes. Brought it back in the mash tun.
And you don't bring over all the grain, right?
No, only about a third.
Wow, so a third of the grain goes over, you boil it?
Yep.
And then you're bringing it back in?
Brought back in.
The mash.
We hit about at 152, 154, and then we start vorlofing from that point.
Gotcha.
And so we'll wait until the vorloff is clear. It only takes 20 minutes or so.
Interesting. Right on.
And then we'll start our lauter.
And that decoction method, so this is a classic German technique.
Yeah.
This is why your friggin' beer is so amazing,
Thank
man.
you,
It's
thank you,
why
yeah.
you're winning medals, man. Because that's a little bit more of a longer procedure, a little
Yeah.
more. You have to know what you're doing.
It lengthens the brew day, but for delicate lager beer, we definitely we know it's worth it.
Oh, man, I tell you, it
Yeah.
certainly is. Yeah, amazing.
Too bad I don't have it set up really for a decoction. This is our
You make it work,
janky
though.
way.
Yeah,
where we
you make it work.
Yep. Between the CLT and the brew house, we have the RO system over there running right now, and it's filling. It's actually going through a hot water heater and then dropping into the HLT.
Right on, right on. And then when you start to dilute, are you taking it all from the hot liquor tank?
All from the hot liquor tank.
Yeah, because
we're
you
not
want it.
blending.
Doesn't matter how you want it, just hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Close to sanitary boiling.
Yeah, exactly. 180. It's at 180.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
So, and we are now at pre-boil, and we also add lactic acid to the sparge water halfway through, just so our final runnings aren't too high. So we'll end up at 5.5 or so
Gotcha.
for our
Right
final
on.
runnings on pretty much all of our beers.
Yeah, that's a key point. That's probably something I should check more when I'm like home brewing with the students and brewing in the lab, is checking pH.
Yeah.
I just kind of trust the recipe I have, but you're constantly checking pH.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, gravity. But
Yeah.
pH
Checking
too,
pH
yeah.
too. Yeah. Yeah.
when you're diluting, how do you calculate? How do you know when to stop? How do you know?
Oh, we have a flow meter.
Okay,
So this is connected to the brew panel.
oh, okay,
So we'll
gotcha.
know
So it'll
exactly
tell you,
how much.
like,
Yes.
down to the friggin'
yes.
ounce,
Fortunately,
probably.
we're not like dumping buckets. That would be a pain.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a great. I mean, I know you're probably have outgrown your space with your popularity, but I mean, this is a nice setup you have in here.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
It really is.
We get a lot of use out of our space. You know, we pretty much
Gotcha.
max it out for what we have.
What are the hops you're putting in? Is it just one, or is it mixed?
It's a mix. It's Middle Fruit and Magnum at 60 minute,
okay.
and Spalt Select at 30 minutes, and Saphir at 10.
Nice. Okay,
And
great.
delicate, not a punch in your
Gotcha.
mouth, but
Right on.
just so it's there to help balance the malt sweetness, because it's a rich beer when
Yeah.
you're talking about a lager.
It's certainly satisfying. I've had the Helles. It's amazing. Yeah. And I hope we're not giving any trade secrets away by you don't need to tell me how many ounces or how many pounds of it that you're putting in, but those are the hops. Yeah,
Yeah, those are the hops,
It's
yeah.
funny. People are so curious with the hops. You know, occasionally I'll pour beer at Calusa, and I get more and more people now asking, what kind of hops are in this and that
Yeah.
and the other. And there, people are getting pretty savvy
Yeah.
on the hops.
Yeah. Yeah, most people for Helles, I'd say, I mean, it's usually just a 60-minute edition, or sometimes it's, a 60-30 Whirlpool, but I'm on this kick right now, the 60-30-10.
60-30-10.
Yeah, for Helles specifically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to dial this recipe in. It's over the last year, it's been selling really well, so I've had the opportunity to kind of play with it back to back to back. And so
Gotcha.
this is where I've landed,
Right.
at least right now.
Right, I hear you.
Yeah.
When you started out early on in the early recipes, were you was it like I need more hops or I have too many hops?
It's really hard to hit the balance, so I thought it was too much. So I had a Whirlpool edition that I took out,
Okay.
and I moved that to 10, and then
Okay.
I played with a couple, different varieties, and so we kind of landed on
Fantastic.
on this. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Man, you guys can't smell this in here, but it smells amazing in here. So you're talking about one of the things you'll do is you'll add some acid to this beer when it's going into the fermenter.
Yeah, so we make Sauergut, which is sour wort. This is how classic German breweries.
How do you spell that? Just like it sounds.
Sauergut.
Okay. Put them on the spot.
Yeah. Sauergut.
And it's a classic German. This is a German technique.
Technique to use because it's Reinheitsgebot. It complies with that.
Okay.
Yeah. The other method is they spray lactic acid over Pilsner malt, so that's the other way they get around it. But
Okay.
the classic breweries use Sauergut, which in certain amounts you can actually get a little bit of character from it, and it has beneficial protection against oxygen. So there's definitely some benefits
Fantastic.
to it. And so this is the only beer we do it for, Helles. And so
Okay.
we pulled off first runnings from our Martin 48 hours ago, diluted that down, and then you can inoculate with Pilsner malt. It's a common way to do it. So we added, I think it was like 2 pounds of Pilsner malt for 15.5 gallons of wort.
Of Marzen.
Yeah,
Marzen
Marzen.
wort with the Pilsner malt. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's now soured for 48 hours, and we use that to acidify our mash, and we'll use it on knockout too.
And you sour it by dropping the temperature to 100 degrees?
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, you're pulling off a hot, sterile wort.
Just
So
like as
we
if
let
you're
it-
making a kettle sour.
Exactly.
Similar.
Yeah. So you let it drop to 105, and then you add your Pilsner malt, and then we just left it out here because it's June, so no problem getting it to sour. And that's how we acidify the mash.
And that's what's going on right
that's
there.
that brink. Yep.
I mean, that probably is gonna give you that little nip that like, I don't know what it is, but this Helles tastes amazing kind of type thing.
I think it puts it. It's such a delicate beer that I think it really does make a difference. And I do believe that our shelf stability is a bit higher for using it as well. It's just so hard to manage it on like for Tampa Export, which is our #1 brand. It'd probably be a little bit too hard to try to do it for every single beer.
Gotcha.
But right now we're just
That's the
just
magic
Helles.
formula right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I can edit this out because that's a.
It is a magic thing we do.
I mean, I learned so much going on these trips to breweries and collecting content like this. And
Yeah.
I tell you that this is probably one of the most incredible things I've actually
Cool,
picked up,
man.
because I've never heard
Yeah.
anybody talking about it.
Yeah, so they have in Germany they call them sour gut reactors. So it's just a tank that they
It's ready to go.
pour it in, let it sour, and they're using it all the time.
Wow. So as far as knowing how much to add to this sour,
So yes,
have you done? Is it like a basic calculation?
it's a basic. Here, try that.
Oh wow! So this is the
Sour gut.
sour good.
Yep.
Smells
But it's
interesting.
very clean and
Wow. It tastes Cadillac. Fabulous.
Yeah, very clean. That's how it tastes. It's tasted like that. We've done this now
It's super healthy.
10 times. Yeah,
Damn.
a little probiotic, I guess.
Right on. And that, man, so how much are you gonna, I mean, based on your calculation, you're gonna put a certain amount in there?
Yeah,
and
so
then-
we'll add about 30 liters to the knockout, and we added 6.5 liters to our mash. So we in our first runnings were 5.45.
Oh, so you already added some of this?
I already added some of it for the mash
during your
to bring
mash,
it,
and then
yeah.
you're gonna add a heck of a lot more during
And
your
then
knockout.
Yeah, to get
Okay.
getting our between.
Awesome.
You get between 5.1 and 5.2. Yeah.
And that's for the
Yeah.
357 gallons. Well,
Yeah.
you're gonna dilute that too. So.
Yep. Yep.
So here we would add the 60-minute hop edition, and then it would be followed by a 30-minute hop edition. He added it around 210 degrees just right before the boil.
Jim's just telling me the concern of, making sure we don't boil over and adding the firm cap and all that stuff. So he's just keeping an eye on it to make sure that we don't have a bloody mess here, and then it's blaming on me, and I'll never come back again. I'll never be invited back to the Barriehaus again. No, but it's
You're
not
always
gonna,
welcome.
It's not
You're
going to happen,
You're
man.
always welcome.
That's awesome.
I noticed Jim was very strict on staying consistent during the brewing process. He pointed out the importance of using visuals, like when a boil actually starts, which is not here, but actually right here, as you can see. This concludes part 1. Check out part 2 in the next Barriehaus video. I hope you enjoyed the time here I spent with Jim and Greg. Can't thank them enough for letting me peek behind the curtain. Again, if you'd like to find out more about our brewing community, click on the link in this video description, and if you want more hands-on industry sessions like this one, you'll find them on my YouTube page. Also, search USF Brewing Arts to find out more about our certificate program. Go Bulls!